Welcome to the 5th module of the Superhero Entertainments course. This is Superheroes on Screen, DC characters in TV and movies. This is lesson 5.1, the first for this module. There are 7 lessons in this module. The Batman TV series, 5.2 Superman the movie, 5.3 Wonder Woman TV series, 5.4 Tim Burton's Batman, 5.5 The Flash TV series 1990-91, 5.6 Lois and Clark, and 5.7 Smallville TV series and beyond, Aquaman, Arrow, Gotham, and The Flash again. In this lesson, I'll be looking at the Batman television series of 1966 to 1968. By the end of this lesson, you should have a good understanding of the way the Batman show gave the character in comic books a new type of popularity, how the Batman TV series was widely marketed and licensed, how licensing helped DC reinvent itself. Various efforts of producing a Batman television series commenced in the early 1960s. DC, of course, were interested in developing their property, especially after the Superman television show finished. There are many influences in the TV series. First, because of the comic code, many Batman comic books featured odd stories and covers. For instance, Detective Comics 241, March 1957. And another, Detective Comics 291, May 1961. And again, Detective Comics 320, October 1963. Another influence was the development and booming public recognition of pop art. This played a role in shaping the series. Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup Cans from 1962, with its playful appropriation of a commercial image, was a key part of pop art. And of course, Roy Lichtenstein's Wham from 1963, with its direct appropriation of comic books, was very important to pop art and to the Batman TV series. For those of you interested in just how much Lichtenstein appropriated from comic books, see the web link provided. There were other influences as well from the popular culture of the day. These included a range of things from pop music to the James Bond spy films and the television spy series The Man from U.N.C.L.E. The 1960s Batman TV show is often described as camp. Camp is basically an exaggeration of style or a deliberate theatricality. If you look up definitions of camp, you can find all sorts of complex ones, but if you want to understand it quickly, just watch the Batman show. The show was an enormous hit in its first year, but faded quickly and was cancelled after 3 seasons. It ran from January 12, 1966 to March 14, 1968. A number of the show's features drew on comic books and even movie serials. Because the show was aired twice weekly, the first episode each week would conclude with a cliffhanger, which you may remember from movie serials. The color palette of the show was bright and loud and somewhat similar to the color scheme of comics with their use of the 4 basic colors. The show also used onomatopoeias splashed onto screen like wham, bam, pow, and sap to convey its comic book tone. This is the first key point. Although very much a product of the mid-1960s, the series represented an attempt to bring something of the form of comics to live-action television. The Batman TV series turned into a licensing bonanza for DC, with one estimate putting revenue at $75 million or $500 million in 2015 value. At the same time, DC's licensing company was also licensing James Bond toys, another lucrative venture. The success of these licensing efforts resulted in DC merging with a company called Kinney National Services in 1968, and shortly after, the new company purchased Warner Brothers. Yes, that is right. DC, as part of a new company, purchased Warner Brothers, not the other way around. This purchase was possible in many ways because of the success of the Batman TV series and the licensing that went along with it. The Batman TV series expanded the range of superhero entertainments, taking another figure from comic books to a successful and widely popular television series. This is another key point. Yet another key point is the Batman TV series helped pave the way for DC to become an important unit in a major media corporation. With that, we end this lesson. This lesson has 3 key points. Go back over your notes and the video of the lesson and make sure you have noted these points. Next up, lesson 5.2, Superman the movie.